for Iron Maiden. Weekend Warrior seems to be lyrically very different, and Wasting Love musically very different. Could you perhaps talk a little bit about those two songs and what inspired them?
Yeah, Weekend Warrior, I mean, I wrote the lyrics to that. It was just really about football hooligans or the lack of them these days. But it was also just saying about the different social pressure you get when you're in some sort of group or gang or whatever, even from like really young. You know, it's sort of really difficult to sort of leave a gang or whatever, you know, sort of pressure or whatever from the others in it. And I think most kids sort of go through that, you know, sort of stage or whatever. And yeah, I mean, I didn't really think at the time that it was that different a lyric really, but you know, a lot of people have said so since. I suppose it must have been.
And what about Wasting Love? Is that really a song more about how much you can hurt yourself rather than somebody that you've hurt?
Or both, actually, because there's so much. I mean, because when I was sort of from about 21 to whatever, you know, I spent an awful lot of time pursuing women, and because I'm in this particular job, you know, in most cases it wasn't particularly difficult, and having found somebody that I'm very happy with now just made me realise what an awful waste of time the whole thing was. Right. And that there was so much more you could have been doing, and there was so much of your life was involved in this sort of frantic pursuit of people who didn't really care who you were. They were just going to bed with you because, you know, it was another notch on their gun the same way as another notch on yours, you know. And so this idea that you know, and this idea that you could change, you did actually have the ability to change it. You weren't completely helpless, you know. It wasn't this idea that, you know, it's just something I've got to do because a man's got to do what a man's got to do. It's absolute crap, you know. You can change it, and you actually end up happier as a result of it. And that's what Wasting Love's all about. I wanted to make the song kind of melancholy, but not gloomy, you know. Because, you know, that was the vibe I wanted to do with it. So that hence there's some really pretty bits in it, as well as some quite sort of moody bits.